bets on a budget. We give you 5 bets every single week, the best bets for the money and the value that you can possibly get. Here we go. Let's get it started.
All right, let's get it. 2 straight winning weeks. We were 4-1 in week 2, 3-2. Last week we are +1 on the year. Let's look to build on that. Let's start with bet number 1 here. The Los Angeles Rams at the Indianapolis Colts. They are 1.5-point dogs. To me, that seems like a no-brainer. I get a better quarterback. Look, and I know I got off my, I was on my soapbox about Gardner Minshew. But let's be real. Matt Stafford with time to throw is a ridiculously talented quarterback. He's the better quarterback. You could argue better weapons. Puka Nacua, Tutu Atwell, Van Jefferson. Not great, but a very, very good receiving core.
Yeah.
And it begs the question, once Cooper Kupp gets back, that's a really, really nice. Like if Puka Nacua is your 2, Tutu is your 3, Van Jefferson's your 4, that's a really, really nice receiving core.
Absolutely.
But either way, I think I get a better quarterback, better coach.
Yeah.
You could argue better receiving core. I think they're the better football team on the road or not. I think they're a better team. Getting a 1.5, I'll take that all day.
Yeah, I was kind of confused when we were doing predictions and we saw that line because we were going to take the Rams all day and the
I'm taking the Rams to win outright.
Yeah, and the Colts being favored is ridiculous to me. I mean, you have a rookie quarterback.
Well, and that's if he even plays.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like, look, I don't know.
You either have a rookie or a backup, and like I said, I like Gardner.
I don't like either of the two options against Matt Stafford, who is who won a Super Bowl with the Rams.
Yeah, and Aaron Donald can still get after the quarterback with the best of them.
It's gonna be a lot of pressure.
All right, well, somebody that we also both have winning outright, Baltimore +2.5 at Cleveland. I do worry a little bit because their left tackle, Ronnie Stanley's out. Well, probably going to be out, and Cleveland, obviously with Myles Garrett, can get after the passer, Zadarius Smith as well. So that is a concern, but I think Baltimore's going to be able to run the football. This is kind of one of those games we're going to have to say, hey, Lamar, go be special, right? Yeah. Run the football a ton. I think he will. I don't know what his prop bet is for, his rushing yards. I would bet over on that as well. Baltimore +2.5 to me feels like free money. I think they're the better football team. I get a better coach. I get a better quarterback. I'll take Baltimore +2.5.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think Lamar is going to be able to move and be special enough to kind of evade that rush from a Myles Garrett. He doesn't have the speed that a T.J. Watt or like a Micah Parsons has coming off the edge. I mean, for sure, he's a good pass rusher, great pass rusher, and can get to the quarterback. But when you're talking about and you're comparing different ends like that, I think he doesn't have the most amount of speed, and I think that's going to play into Lamar's favor where he can kind of escape a little bit.
Well, so, obviously we've been doing this for, 3 years now?
Yeah.
We made this pivot, I don't know, probably a year and a half ago. Don't overthink it. Who is the better quarterback? In predictions and bets, whatever the case may be, who's the better quarterback? 90% of the time, that hits.
Deshaun or Lamar? I'm taking Lamar.
Lamar, absolutely. The same thing here goes with San Francisco at Arizona. Now, I know it's a big spread, -14, but San Francisco... I mean, what? So they beat the Giants by 18. They beat Pittsburgh by a gazillion. They've been winning. They beat the Rams by a touchdown, who I think the Rams are a much better team than Arizona. They have been blowing teams out. I think the trend continues. I think it's a 17-point game. I do worry. That's a really big spread, but I think they're a much better football team than Arizona. Arizona's feeling themselves. They beat the what as many people had as the best team in football in Dallas, right? To me, this is a trap game. San Francisco beats Arizona by a lot.
Yeah, they're going to really curb stomp them, I think.
And it's been the year of big favorites. I don't think we've missed on a big favorite yet.
No, we haven't. And I don't think this is going to be the first one either, because I could see this one getting out of hand really quickly. I could.
It's a coaching mismatch. It's an
overall team mismatch.
It's a line play mismatch. Quarterback mismatch, weapons mismatch.
You go through the team on Arizona, and it's tough to find really good players. But then in San Francisco, they almost have the best player at every position.
How many guys from Arizona would start in San Francisco? Are there any?
No.
Maybe probably Budda Baker, their safety, would probably start. Even then, that'd be close.
That'd be a battle.
San Fran still has good safeties. James Conner would see playing time, but he's not starting over McCaffrey.
He'd be a running back too. Yeah.
You could argue Rondale Moore would be wide receiver 3 and get a good amount of touches.
Maybe 4 on that offense.
I don't know who's starting. You know what I mean? So it's a much better roster.
Yeah.
All right, Kansas City, -9.5 at the New York Football Jets. And the story isn't about Kansas City's offense. They're going to put up points, yes. That's definitely a factor. My thing is, though, Kansas City's defense has been locked down this year. They're young, they're cheap, and they are flying around. It's Chris Jones and a bunch of kids that fly around, gang tackle, make really nice plays. Hyper athletic defense. They scored? They held the Bears to 10 points.
And they scored 41.
Then they held the Prince and company to 9 points. They held offensively, the Lions to only 2 touchdowns in week 1. So, their defense can play with the best of them.
Yeah.
I think they hold the Giants under 14 points. I'll take them to score, at least 21.
Or the Jets, right?
Or Jets, sorry, the Jets. They'll hold the Jets under, 14 points. I like them to score at least 28. So, I mean, that's plenty enough to cover the spread.
Well, yeah, and plus, I don't see the Jets scoring many points
no.
at all, no matter who they're playing, because their offense is just so bad.
Zach Wilson? Zach Wilson's not good.
No, and if it comes down to if they're going to be able to keep pace with Kansas City, that's just not going to happen.
No, you can see the sideline also unraveling as well. People yelling at coaches, yelling at Zach. It's not good.
Oh, they're pissed in New York.
Not a good
situation.
Fans
are pissed, too.
And that's even without Aaron Rodgers. Imagine how prickly the situation would be if it was Aaron and they were still losing. It'd be rough.
It'd be bad.
All right, finally, let's close with our third dog of the week here. Seattle plus 1.5 on Monday Night Football at the New York Giants. We both have Seattle winning outright. I still think that's true. Again, better quarterback. I don't think a better coach, but in terms of matchup and scheme, right? You get a young, fast, athletic defense with a defensive coach playing against Daniel Jones. That matchup is not favorable for the Giants. It is favorable for Seattle. I think Seattle wins by 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I think they do hold it fairly close, but I think Seattle's a better football team overall.
Yeah, I could see maybe a touchdown game, but I think
that'd be fair.
It's not going to get out of hand. I think both of them are kind of evenly matched, but I mean at the same time, you have to be able to sit and realize that Seattle's the better team.
Right. Well, and the front seven for the Giants is good enough to keep it close. But again,
it really
Seattle
falls apart after that.
Seattle's a better team.
Yeah. Take us back through.
All right. The Rams plus 1.5 at Indianapolis. Baltimore plus 2.5 at Cleveland. San Francisco minus 14 against Arizona, taking the big favorite. Another big favorite in Kansas City minus 9.5 at the Jets. And finally, Seattle plus 1.5 Monday Night Football at the New York Football Giants.
Love them. Should be another great week. We have
another winning week. I can feel it.
Yeah, we had 2 winning weeks in a row, going for 3 here. I mean, getting hot. Catching a little
money,
bit of a
I'll tell you what.
Absolutely. Bets on a budget is always a good time. So, guys, go check those out on whatever sports book you use. DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, Barstool Sportsbook, Rivers Casino Sportsbook. It doesn't matter. Go check them out.
Do they have an app now?
Yeah, they do.
Interesting. I'm going to start using that.
Yeah, the Bet Rivers app. A little shout out. No, this isn't sponsored at all, but
interesting.
Maybe you should. Rivers, what's up?
Shout out Rivers.
Either way, that was Bets on a Budget. When we come back,